Hello there. Today I wanted to show you how to set up Zoom on both your computer and your cell phone. And I'm also going to run you through the basics of getting your audio and your video set up, as well as just giving you some basic tips for when you are in a Zoom meeting. I know in the current circumstances that everything is happening on Zoom, and it can be a bit daunting if you have no idea how to use this app or set it up. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you will know how to do everything that you need to do on Zoom. So first, let me show you how to set Zoom up on your laptop. So what you're going to want to do is go to your internet browser. It doesn't matter what internet browser you have. Maybe you have Chrome, Internet Explorer. Just get here to Google and you're going to want to search Zoom. Alright, so once you have searched for Zoom, something like this will pop up: Zoom video conferencing, got download, all of this. You want to click here on download and this page here will load up. And Zoom client for meetings, that's what we want. Big blue download button, let's push it. Now this is going to download into your downloads folder. If you don't know where that is, simply go here to your search and type in downloads. And once you type in downloads, you should see it pop up there and it'll open up your downloads folder here and your Zoom installer will be there. So what you're going to want to do is double click on this installer and it will install the Zoom program on your laptop. So now you have Zoom installed on your laptop, and once you've installed Zoom on your laptop, an icon like this should appear on your desktop. If it doesn't appear on your desktop, don't worry, just go here to your start menu where all your programs are, scroll down all the way to the bottom and Zoom will be there. You can also go to your search and type in Zoom and you'll see it pop up there as well, but most of the time it's going to make an icon on your desktop for you. Alright, so once you've installed Zoom, you're going to want to open that up. So go here to your Zoom icon and double click, and yeah, something like this is going to pop up. So what you're going to want to do is, once you have Zoom open like this, is click here on where it says join a meeting. Okay, so now that you've clicked join a meeting, it's going to ask you for meeting ID. What this essentially is just a number that is telling Zoom which meeting you want to join. So this is something that your leader will send out, or the person hosting the meeting will send out ahead of time. So if you're unsure of what you're supposed to put here, contact whoever is running the meeting you're trying to join and they will be able to give you what you need to put in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the meeting ID for the meeting I'm trying to join. Alright, so I've put my meeting ID in, and what you can also do here is edit what you want your name to appear as when you join your meeting. Then you're going to want to go ahead and click join. Alright, so now it's going to want a password, and when the leaders send out that meeting ID, they will also send you the password for the meeting. So again, if you're not sure what the password for the meeting you're trying to join is, contact whoever runs the meeting, whoever's hosting, and they will be able to give you what you need to put in here. Alright, so I've put in the password for the meeting I'm trying to join, and I'm going to click join meeting. Alright, so once you have done all of that, something like this is going to pop up, and it's going to ask, do you want to join the meeting with your video on or with your video off? And it's also going to give you this preview that shows you what your video actually looks like. So as you can see, you can now see me, hello there, and whichever of these options you click, it doesn't really matter. You can change them once you're in the meeting, and they both will just take you into the meeting, so you can click whichever one you want. So what you might see when you connecting to a meeting is this: please wait, the meeting host will let you in soon. All that means is that the hosts have set up that when people try and join, before it adds them to the meeting, it first asks the host, hey, can this person join the meeting? It's just a safety feature. Some people even turn this off and you will just join straight into the meeting, but if you do see this, all you do is wait, and the whoever's hosting the meeting will see that you're trying to join and they will let you in. Okay, so now the host has let me into the meeting and I'm seeing something like this. What this is asking is, do you want to connect your audio to the meeting? So do you want to be able to hear what people are saying, and do you want people to be able to hear you? Obviously yes, you do, because you want to take part in the meeting. So you need to click join with computer audio. Alright, so now you have connected to the Zoom meeting on your laptop. Let me now show you how to connect with your cell phone. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to your app store. So if you have an Android phone, you'll have this Play Store with the sideways triangle somewhere on your phone. Just look for it. If you're not using an Android, maybe using an Apple, there will be some form of app store. Wherever you get your apps like WhatsApp, Facebook, where you install those things from, just go there and that's where you'll find Zoom. So you're going to want to go, if you're on Android, to Play Store or to whatever app store you have, and you're going to want to go ahead and search for Zoom. Search for Zoom and you'll see here you get Zoom Cloud Meeting. Click into that, view it will say install here. You go ahead, you install it, And then once you've installed it, you can go back to your phone screen, and somewhere on your phone you'll have this Zoom icon. The Zoom icon will appear somewhere once you've installed the app. Okay, so now you have Zoom installed on your phone. What you want to go ahead and do is open it up. When you click to open it, something like this is going to pop up. Just go here to this blue button and click join a meeting. When you click join a meeting, something like this is going to pop up again. It's going to ask for that meeting ID that you get from your leader, from the host of the meeting ahead of time, and you're just going to want to put that number in. So once you've done that, you can go down here. If you would like to change your name, put your nickname, or whatever you want people to see when you join, you can change that too. And once you're happy with all that, you go here to the blue button and click join a meeting. Alright, so once you've done that, this will pop up where it's going to ask for the password. Again, that's coming with the meeting ID, and you just need to put in the password. And once you've put in the password for that meeting, click OK. Alright, so there I get a video preview again, asking do I want to join with my video or join without my video, and you just go ahead and click on whichever one. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so yeah, I am in the meeting, and what you're going to see when you join a meeting is that this is going to pop up, and you're going to see something like this. So now this is a part I see a lot of people getting confused at when they're joining Zoom on their cell phone. You are not fully set up yet. You still need to tell your cell phone that you want to send and receive sound. Now what can sometimes happen is maybe you click something on your screen and you end up with your screen looking like this, and you can see people talking, and you might even try talking yourself, but you're not hearing them and they're not hearing you. Now what is happening is the audio is not set up properly. What you're going to want to do is click on your screen, and when you click on your screen you will see this bar at the bottom popping up, and over here it says join audio. So you're going to click on your screen, and you come here to where it says join audio in the bottom left, and you're going to want to click on that. So you click on that and you'll see this like speech bubble will pop up, and you need to click on the speech bubble where it says call via device audio. Alright, so once you have clicked that call via device audio, you are now set up. You should be able to hear other people, and if you want to speak, they should be able to hear you. Now if you look at this bar along the bottom here, and if you want to get this bar up at any point, like it disappears, you just click on your screen, it'll come up. You have this unmute button. Now if you click this unmute button, then everyone can hear you speak. While the red line is through and it's red, no one can actually hear what you are saying. So as you can see, I can unmute it like that, and everyone can now hear what I am saying. And if I go and I hit mute now, everyone cannot hear what I'm saying. I am muted. So another option you have is this start video. So if you go ahead and click start video, as you can now see, it shows you a little preview of what your video looks like, and this is what everyone else is seeing. They can all see your face now, and you can go ahead and turn that off at any point if you want. Another thing on your cell phone is if you want to see more people, you can go ahead and swipe to the right, and you'll get this view where it'll show you everyone who's in the call. And at any point, if you want to get back to seeing just the person who's speaking, just swipe left, and their face will be here. Also, if you swipe left again, you get to what they call the safe driving mode. This is just for people who are driving and maybe need to be in a Zoom meeting. Obviously, you don't want them to be looking at their phones. That wouldn't be safe. So there's this mode that's just audio, and they can tap when they want to speak. But don't worry about this mode. It's not something that you're probably ever going to use. Alright, so now on your phone, you should be all set up on how to use the video and the audio. Let's jump over to how to do it on your computer. Alright, so yeah, I am on my computer in the Zoom meeting, and if I go ahead and move my mouse, I get this bar at the bottom with unmute and start video and all of these other options here. So the first important option to know is this mute and unmute button over here. If I click this, I can change between being muted and unmuted. So at the moment it's got a line through it, which means no one can hear me speak. You can even see here next to my name there's a little mute icon which is telling everyone, hey, Nathan has muted his microphone. I'll still hear other people, but they won't be able to hear me. And if I want them to hear me, I need to come to this button, I need to click it, and now I am unmuted. People can hear what I am saying. Also, another function when you are on your computer, you can go to this little arrow and you can click it, and you can go here to audio settings, and you get a little more options. If maybe you are using an external microphone, you can go here to microphone, and if you click this down, you can choose between the microphones you want to hear. So here is the external microphone I'm using to record my voice. If you have an external microphone plugged in and maybe you're struggling to get it to work, you probably need to come here and change the settings. If you don't understand any of this, don't worry about it. It all gets set up for you. That's just for people who are using external microphones and are maybe struggling to get it to work. That's the first place I would encourage them to look. Next, you've got start video. Pretty simple. If I have the line through it, that means no one can see me. If I go ahead and click that, now people can see me. So that's a pretty simple function. If you want people to see you, you have your video on, maybe you don't want them to see you, you have it off. Alright, so now you know how to set up Zoom, and you know how to connect your audio and your video both on your cell phone and your laptop. Let me just give you a few more basic tips for when you are in a Zoom meeting. So the first one I would say is to use the mute and unmute button. If you're not speaking and someone else is speaking, it's a very good habit to keep yourself muted, and only when you want to speak do you then unmute yourself. The reason for this is your microphone, whether you're using your phone or your laptop, is picking up everything that's happening around you. So if you have a TV in the background, if your dogs are barking, everyone else has to listen to that sound coming through your microphone. If someone's trying to speak while there's dogs barking in the background or all this background noise, it can be very distracting for people that are listening. So it's usually a good practice to just keep yourself muted when you're not speaking so that you're not distracting from the person who is trying to speak. Another function that's really cool is if you are a leader of the group, you can go here to participants, click that, and you get this bar on the side that opens up, and it's going to show you every single participant that is here. And if you're the host of the meeting, you can actually go ahead and you can mute specific people. Maybe someone's joined the meeting and they don't realize they've left their mic on and they're making a lot of noise while you're trying to speak. You can go ahead and mute them. And another really cool function is you actually have this mute all button at the bottom here. So maybe when you want to start the meeting, you want to start speaking, you just go ahead, click mute all. It mutes everyone except you, and then you can go ahead and say what you need to say without any background or distraction, noise. I really wish more leaders would use this. There's nothing more frustrating than being in a Zoom meeting, trying to listen to someone speak, and someone else is just making so much noise in the background and the leader is just ignoring it. So yeah, leaders, you've got this great tool here to help you manage your Zoom calls. So my next tip for you is around videos and light sources, and what you want to try and avoid doing, and I'm just going to show you that here, is you never want to sit with a bright light behind you and your camera facing towards this bright light. Maybe it's a window with the sun shining through, or like some sort of light like this, because as you can see, what that does is makes it very hard for people to actually see my face. So what you preferably want to do is sit like how I am now, where the camera is facing away from the light source and I'm facing towards it, and that is how you're going to get the best looking picture on both your laptop and your cell phone. So my last tip for you is around using the chat. This is a great tool for maybe if you're having problems, but you don't want to interrupt the person speaking, you don't want to interrupt the whole meeting. You can go here to chat and you can type something that will go to everyone, and you can tell them whatever you want. They will then see this message from you. You can maybe say, hey, is anyone else finding that the person's microphone is really low? Anyone else struggling to hear the person that's leading the meeting? Or maybe they're sharing something and you missed a reference to something. You can go there and ask, hey, did anyone catch what the person said about this, or what that scripture was, or anything like that. If you want to ask secondary information without having to interrupt the actual meeting that's going on, the chat is really great for that. So I would encourage you to use the chat for that. Alright, so I hope after this video you now have a better idea of how to use Zoom. I would encourage you, if you are struggling, just watch through this video, pause it if you need to, follow along with me, and I'm sure you will get it right and you will get set up on Zoom. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.